Hi Taurus, welcome to your 20-year forecast. There's going to be 2 spreads in this reading. Be about 5 minutes long. All right, so hi. Other than that, welcome. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Tarot of Light. Oopsie. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but because it's a year spread, there's bound to be other things showing up. But it's intended for romantic love. All right, so Ace of Swords, seeing things clearly, truthful conversations, actions based on an awareness or an epiphany. All right, for Taurus, what do we got? Taurus, 20. 7 of Swords, Ace of Cups, the Moon, that could be Pisces or Cancerian, 10 of Pentacles, Star card, that could be Aquarius, 5 of Wands, Queen of Wands, and the Emperor. So both of these are Aries, Aquarius, Pisces, Cancerian. Okay, all right. So this has been you've been hands-off with a love situation, particularly love. This has been something that has probably... Are we dealing with somebody that was not trustworthy and that you've kind of been through it, so you're needing to take some time this past year? We got the Ace of Cups, and then we got the Moon and the 7 of Swords. Is this about not being able to, or not having been able to have found security and stability with someone? Are you in the throes or process of letting go of someone that just is like not up to snuff for you? What's this Ace of Cups about? And I don't say that with derision. I say that like, are they just not the partner that they need to be for what you want? All right, so what's this Ace of Cups? This is about you being more assertive. It is. What's this Ace of Cups about? So we had the Ace of Swords and fall out. So that was about cutting things off, being decisive, seeing things clearly. What's this Ace of Cups about, Chris? The Hermit. Okay, that's fair. This Moon card about 2 of Cups. Ooh. Okay, what's his 10 of Pentacles about? Taurus, 10 of Pentacles. Judgment. All right, you're done with that person. What's this Star card about? Boobies. The Empress, that could be Taurus or Aries. Interesting. Good for you, Taurus. This is 5 of Wands. Okay, you're done with whoever this person was, but it's just taking you a while to process it and get this out. They've got a way of making you want to, not defend yourself, but just, there's a strong pull to either take care of them or attend to what they're saying about you or to you. And you really had to work hard to detach from this person and this situation this past year and just synthesize what you know versus what you should do versus how you feel versus all of that. So it's, you've really been kind of going through it. We've got Judgment here, the Hermit, 10 of Pentacles. This is just letting go piece by piece and having to at some point stand your ground even though you feel this pull or this draw. But it's kind of made you a bit jaded. Very well could have been some act of betrayal or deception, like cheating or lying to you, or just not being that into you, being very calculating when dealing with you and partitioning themselves off so you only get a certain part of them. They don't open up fully, that sort of thing. And the thing is that you'd make a great partner and you thrive in partnership. And you'd want that. But this person has, whatever they've done, it's too late now. So when they come around and want to offer this, nope, no. Doesn't look like you're going to be really looking for that either. You could tend to be, for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, tend to be very patient. But this experience this past year with this person is going to make you extra choosy because you now know what you have to offer. So this is not, you're going to be dating, but you're not going to be rushing into anything anytime soon. However, you are going to meet somebody, just saying. You are going to meet somebody that is probably going to spook you a little bit because they're going to have that same kind of draw or pull as this last person did. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge for you because you're going to feel that there's going to be this sense of familiarity and like you two just get each other, but because of what happened, you're going to be a bit jaded. So that's about working through that with this person and being in control first before you join with them. It's not that you give your power away. You just never assume that somebody would be so calloused or calculating or just not care like you did. Because if you commit, you commit. It's black or white. It's not, something to say. There's no shadiness or sneakiness. I don't think you operate that way. So for somebody to do that to you, to just be saying one thing but always doing another, that's throwing you for a loop. So this next year is going to be about you working through that and getting the last dregs of that out. You end up meeting someone, but it's going to be slow adjusting and adapting to it because there's going to be issues of trust. And, I'm not far enough out from this yet, or am I? I don't know. I don't want to bring that forward into this one, but at the same time, I do value the connection and I want this, but I just don't know a lot of that. So, okay. So what's this 5 of Wands about for Taurus? 5 of Wands about Ace of Pentacles. So we got Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. Yay. Good for you. I like it. This is all about you having learned from the past, and now you're going to be much more assertive about what you want and how you want your relationship dynamic to be with someone. So this is you being much more assertive. And because of that, you're going to be it's not like you rush into something and then you just want to set all kinds of demands and all that. This is taking time leading up to and doing checks and balances along the way and making sure that this is somebody that is consistent and reliable and trustworthy. And that takes time. This Queen of Wands about for Taurus, Queen of Wands. Ace of Swords. There's that Ace of Swords. So this is you acting with decisiveness, on clarity of thought, on epiphanies, on realizations about this past year with your love situation. So we've got the Ace of Swords, spending time thinking about this situation. This gets transmuted to clarity and acting on that. And you doing all the things now because you're coming back around. You're feeling like, hey, I've met somebody that I can do the stuff with, that likes the same things I like, that wants to enjoy, that wants to move forward, that wants all these things. And then there's peace in the land. You know what I mean? Like then everything starting to flow. But it still is you're still gonna want to take things slower. You're gonna like the fact that you two have so much in common. But at the same time, there's been this epiphany and you can't not know what you know. So even though there's a lot of warmth there and there's a lot of adventure and a lot of going and doing stuff, you're still slow to act, to want to commit. You like commitment, but you're just wanting to make sure now that you have your needs met first and that they have the same values and ideals about stability and the future and what it means to be in partnership. This Emperor, nice Emperor. I like that. Okay, I'll take it. So we got the Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, the Empress, 2 of Cups. This is you coming full circle, finding someone, not that you should have been with, but this is probably what you wish the last relationship could have, should have, would have been, because this is somebody that will value you and will walk with you. It's not even about waiting for you to catch up to them and be ready to go. They're just going to take you wherever you're at and just, okay, well, we'll do this, we'll do that. There's no agenda or hurry. They're going to be markedly in contrast to where you've been. There's not going to be a need to be suspicious. Even still, though, you are going to want to, for the Tauruses that I'm reading for, you're going to want to be sure of yourself. You're not going to be wanting to second guess. You're not going to be wanting to second guess or have it so that the other person has to constantly reassure you. You're not like that. You don't need that. But you are going to want to feel like you're in control and you're self-sufficient and you're up and running. You don't ever want to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know what to do. Blah, blah, blah. Those days are gone. And this next year is going to be you getting really grounded and assertive about what you want in a relationship. Okay. And you do meet somebody. It feels like ish. So we'll see when that plays out. The next thing I'm going to do is like a mini month by month. I say mini and I end up talking for a half hour, but we'll see. Okay. So pull these. Okay. So. Okay. Also mini because I'm using the mini deck. What else for Taurus? All right. Year ahead for Taurus. Year out for Taurus. And I don't think that it feels like a slow energy. It doesn't feel like you're mad and you're going to be taking names. I mean, there's a time for that, but this doesn't feel like that. It just feels like you finally are at peace with the way things are and what you know, and going forward there's certain things that you've realized, oh, okay, this is what I need, and this is what will work for me, and that sort of thing. And there's a quiet confidence. So it's not like you're going to be kicking down doors and shouting things and all that. It's just this quiet confidence moving forward and making sure that someone is trustworthy and reliable. Taurus. All right, so let's go by the month by month here. The Tower. This is February. February, 8 of Cups. March, Page of Cups. This could be Scorpio over here. The Hangman. This is that could be Pisces. Need to be up here. Oops. 9 of Swords. Hierophant. This could be Taurus. June, July, 2 of Pentacles. August, Queen of Wands. There's Queen of Wands again. Wow. This is August. And when I said that it feels like that's when you meet this person. And there it is. Interesting. Okay, so Aries, Queen of Wands, 5 of Pentacles, King of Wands, Page of Swords, the Emperor, Aries, Sagittarius. Okay, let me get the other little guys here. And you still can't see everything, doggone it. Yes, that's I'll have to do. All right. Oh, what else for Taurus? First 4 months for Taurus. First 4 months for Taurus. 6 of Pentacles. Doesn't help, does it? 6 of Pentacles. What else? Second 4 months for Taurus. 9 of Cups. Like this. Seems to be better. And then the last 4 months for Taurus. Whoopsie. Okay, so that jumped also. 2 of Wands and the Tower. Both the 2 of Wands jumped, so we're going for it. Tower, 2 of Wands. Okay. All right. Can we see everything? January, the Tower. Why? And we end on the Tower. Well, the Tower energy. Okay, so why the Tower energy for Taurus? 10 of Wands. So that must be when the breakup happens then, right? Because 19 has not been easy for you because there's been a lot of uncertainty with this relationship, and it seems like they're just disaffected and uninvolved. Like they could take it or leave it, and you've been like quietly trying to negotiate this, even suffering it sometimes. Like it's been very hard to transition out of this, and it seems like they're very disaffected by it. So it looks like things come to a head in February. What's this 8 of Cups for Taurus? February. Good. Coming to a turning point, walking away from that which no longer serves you. Old habits get broken. This is where the epiphanies happen, and just realizing I can't do this anymore, not doing this anymore. This is about my self-worth, about equality and reciprocity in a relationship. What's this Page of Cups for Taurus? Page of Cups. Knight of Pentacles, there's Taurus, focusing on themselves. No more forward movement, standing your ground. What's man? Letting go of this relationship or what appeared to be a committed connection because you can't control what someone else contributes or doesn't, and you're tired of doing all the work. It just comes to a head. So the first 4 months, this is the relationship coming to a head, you realizing this is just a negative behavior cycle I'm in with this person, and it's painful, but I'm walking away because they're not giving. There's no reciprocity here, and I'm going to turn and focus on myself. I know worth. I know what I have to offer, and I'm not budging because I'm going to find somebody that can offer me what I'm worth. I give the same. I want the same in return, and this is you realizing that you can't control. You've already known that you can't control, but you finally get it, and you're willing to transition out of it. You begin the process of transitioning. Then we enter the next 4 months. It's 4 months, the second, and we've got the 9 of Cups here. So the burden is lifted, and there might be a bit of a reprieve, like freedom. I'm going to be doing what I want to do. We got 9 of Swords for what's this 9 of Swords for about? Good. That feels hermitish. Good. So this 9 of Swords and 8 of Swords, you don't know what to do, but you're surrounded by wise counsel and your friends. You don't know what to do, but you're not doing anything because you're not going to do the same thing that you did before. It is time to confront this and to deal with it and move on. And it's like you're so close, and it's just a matter of putting one foot in front of the other. So there might be a bit of you trying to leave, and then this person makes it pretty difficult because they try to convince you, or they just got that something. What's this Hierophant here? So it might be a bit of just like having to surround yourself with friends and family so that, you know, with wise counsel, so that you don't feel guilty, or that you don't respond, or that you don't engage with something that's not proactive or productive to you moving forward. What's this Hierophant about for Taurus? Okay, so this could be all about one of two things. It could be that you actually consider a reconciliation, or it could be it's a learning curve for you because you're like, you know what, I don't want to do what I've been doing. So this is, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's got to be better than this because I realize now, here's that clarity of thought of what was going on, and I can't go back to that. And so this is probably an offer from your ex wanting to work things out or to see, and instead of accepting them back, you're turning away. And you're like, I'll take chances on blind faith in the future because having been where I've been, coming full circle and seeing this, I'd rather move forward not knowing than to go back to this. And so you begin to adjust to a new normal. And what's this? There might be some residual back and forth, but yeah, so you fully walk away, looks like a noon. You fully detach emotionally, even though they're coming back, and you're starting to adjust to your new normal. Things are kind of wonky, but you're like, you know what, I got this. Again, the help of friends is getting you through. That could be pretty pivotal. And then here we are, Queen of Wands, when it looks like you find somebody that has a lot of common interests as you do. There's just this real ease and comfort when you meet them. What's this Queen of Wands about? You like doing all the things together, and it's a real, it's like a kismet. You know what I mean? Like you just, hey, I like that too. Hey, yeah, let's go see this. Let's go do that. Let's go here. Let's go this, that. What's this Queen of Wands? Oh, you feel home. Nice. Okay, so this is someone that offers a nice reprieve, and they feel like home. Like you just feel really safe and comfortable, and it's kind of like a balm or like a salve, and it takes your mind off of just the the sadness and frustration and annoyance and all the things that go with detaching from someone. This person, you're getting back out there among everybody, and you actually meet somebody that you're starting to want to do things, or at least it raises in your mind like, hey, this could be somebody I could just go to the movies by myself with or something. 5 of Pentacles number. What's this 5 of Pentacles number? The World. Right. Oh, okay, so this, now we come to the last 4 months, and we got the Tower and we got the 2 of Wands. Okay, final. What's this King of Wands about for Taurus? It'll be Sagittarius. What's this King of Wands? So this feels like this is when there's something, could be something legal happening, or when you decide to walk away, but your person's still interested. Then you meet this person, everything seems fine, but then it's like reality sinks in, and there's a bit of a letdown. Not a lot, but just a little bit, to where you're just like, oh gosh, I'm actually doing it. I'm actually walking away. Yeah, I have this new person, but holy cow, I'm doing it. So it's almost like you regress a little bit in December because the finality of you leaving sinks in, and it's for the best, but it's one of those things that might make you do a little stutter step, but that's okay. It's just going to be temporary. But December is going to be reality settling in. This is like everything's kind of new, and you're adjusting, and you're getting back out there, and it's fun, and then all of a sudden September hits, and it's like, whoa, this is a new normal. This really is a new normal, and you might feel like there's a bit of a void, but that's just because it was filled with gunk before that you're clearing out. So you're still adjusting to that new normal. You might be for a while, because this past year was a pivotal relationship. You got your new person, and there's interest there, and they're showing you interest. This is over, might be when they make their feelings known, that they're wanting to take things like, hey, they show more interest, not fully asking for a commitment, but this might be where the flirting starts, and where you are understanding how they might see you as more than a friend. This Page of Swords about, okay, yeah, this is you. It feels like here we come to December, and it's kind of, things get, it feels like there's this push-pull, not intentionally, but it's like things might be moving too fast for you. So you start to get really strategic about your interaction with them, because not playing games, but you are busy. Let's be honest, you're working and doing other things. But this is about you having to make a choice on the heels of realizing this is a new normal now. I'm done. I spent the whole year, the better part of 19 and then 20, processing and leaving behind emotionally and otherwise this last relationship. I meet somebody new, it's great, but it's still going to be kind of like this, and it's moving a bit too fast for me. I still got other parts of my life that I got to take care of. This could be Aquarius, by the way. So we're going to take things slow, and I'm going to be like riding shotgun while this person takes the lead and kind of showers me with some attention that I didn't get before, kind of makes up for lost time, but also making it known that, I think I just don't need this to move very fast. I'm okay with it taking its time. I don't move fast anyway. This is what you'd be saying. This is more your speed, especially in light of wanting to make sure that someone has the same interests and just ideas about a future as you do. And this is by no means anybody you're serious about, because you're still processing, but there's a safety and you like this person's energy. There's a fit here. Just saying. Okay, so this Emperor about Dark card. All right, just for some of you, I still stand by what it feels like, but for some of you, the way this is laid out, this could be, here you are separating, taking a break, you've met somebody else, but this could be news right here of we've got King of Wands, Page of Cups, and surprising news or surprising communication out of the blue, unexpected. This is one of the meanings. So this could be something about kids or the kids, or just putting that out there for those of you that are parents or that sort of thing. And then remember, this is the epiphanies or realizations. It's really over. It's really done. And making choices about moving forward. What are you going to put out there that you want to grow? You know what I mean? Like, okay, I'm going to start moving this way. This is done. This is where I'm going to plant seeds now, where I'm going to focus my attention. And it's you taking your time and kind of getting used to this new normal and wanting to establish firm boundaries. And this is you needing to be in control yourself and wanting to make sure that you are solid and straight. And it's going to take time. And this may not be the person that you end up with. They like you quite a bit. You will be the one with this person when you finally meet them, that is going to be controlling the trajectory and making sure along the way that you can trust this person, that they're reliable because of what you went through over here. You're in no hurry. They're going to be more into it than you are. You're still adjusting, and you're going to be the one controlling the pace of the relationship. Just know that you're not going to be rushed into anything. Not that they could rush you, considering where you're at. This is a year, especially the first 6 months, of you growing and getting pretty firm about your boundaries and adjusting to what that looks like. Not just saying no and standing up for yourself, but 2 months after you said no and stood up for yourself, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Probably not what you expected, because it's not like hurrah, huzzah the whole time. It's not like this the whole time. This is like a flash of what it feels like, and then you're alone and you're like, okay, yeah, I just did that. That just happened. Okay, cool. And then it's just another normal day. So this is going to be an adjustment for you. There's going to be a lot of new normal coming in for you. And that's why you're in no hurry with this new person. It's a good fit. They particularly just really like being around you. You don't have to be a certain way or do anything. That might be an adjustment also. You don't need to take care of whoever's coming in. I guess you're not going to need to take care of them. They're going to match your energy. All right. What else for Taurus? Oh, good gracious. Passion and romance await. Okay. That would probably be welcome after the turmoil with this. Fine, but this feels more like, this could be in February, but this feels more like when you meet this person, because this is quite an active connection. Like there's a lot of energy there. So this could be for when you meet your person, but we're talking here. Unless we're looking at it. Because this right here could be about still maintaining that physical connection, but starting to separate the emotions, or as much as you can, right? Or physical. So, okay. So we got seduction. But if we're talking for the year overview, again, when you meet this person, they're probably going to be in stark contrast and help with the disconnect with the other person, because there's going to be that spark that you're going to have with them. So it's going to kick into high gear towards the end of the year, which I'm sure would be a welcome change. What else for Taurus? This could be Aquarius. Oh, interesting. All right. What's for Taurus? Oh. Be loyal to what you love. And that's what you're doing because you're taking it slow. This is the equivalent of putting yourself first, not because you're just never going to go through that, because you got a chip on your shoulder and it's not that, but there's value in a love building slowly. There's value in something taking time, because you can see a person's character And I think this is you returning to that now that you can. Now that you can sit back and let someone attend to you, or things can just be easy and nice and flow, you're returning to that, and you're going to have time to think about what you want and what you love and who you are in a relationship and what you want from someone and what you can give. There's just going to be time to figure all that out. And you're going to get a sense again, not that you ever lost it, but you're going to get pretty fortified and grounded in what you want. And time for yourself to do all the things, because the stress is leaving. You're detaching and pulling away and kind of going into this calm when it's not when it's not this. What else for Taurus? Good. 5 of Wands. We saw this in the beginning, and this is about you being assertive and establishing boundaries. Could be some drama with your person that you're leaving, but it also is about you this year establishing boundaries, taking some time to figure out what you want. Could be the passionate side of things, but this is you figuring out what works for you. Taurus. What else for Taurus? Okay, so we've got 8 of Pentacles. Good for you. Doing work that you love, getting back to basics, and pleasurably so. Like, you prefer this. You prefer calm, methodical work. You're looking forward to things being even keel again and not moving forward with this person. Maybe this is you emotionally and personally dealing with the fallout of somebody cheating because there's more than 3 or more than 2 in a relationship. But this is finding pleasure and solace in day-to-day activities, the predictable routine that some find comforting. Some people find that confining, other people find it comforting. This would be one of those times where you just want to get back to basics and not make any more effort or movement towards this person, not even a relationship really. You're just wanting to get back to basics and focus on what works for you. So this whole year is about you finding what works for you, being assertive about that, having firm boundaries, and finding someone that you really enjoy. Not that you're looking, but you end up meeting someone particularly that you really enjoy spending time with, and they are going to have stronger feelings quicker for you than you are for them, because there's kind of a lot going on for you that you'll be processing behind the scenes. You're not going to really let them know too much about that because that's not who you are, but you're going to be working through some things. So they might be ready for more, but you're just going to be it doesn't look like you're really into fully committing or connecting, because you're just coming out of something that was pretty difficult. So first 4 months, bit hard, bit difficult. It finally landing and realizing that, okay, we're done. And then 2 months later, you meet somebody, and that's kind of up and down. And then you settle into a groove, and you close out the last part of the year, realizing it's final, and the fallout of that. But it also opens you up to make choices. And what do you want to do? Where do you want to plant your seeds? Where do you want to, turning away from this and focusing on this, and feeling the future, taking just a brighter outlook. It's like the light at the end of the tunnel, because it's not this anymore. You're not stuck anymore. You've got a new connection that they just want to be around you. So they will take whatever you are ready for, because they just really enjoy you. And it's a slow build, but you meet them in this, and then you get to decide what happens from there. Okay, all right, Taurus, thank you for stopping by. I hope this was helpful. Good luck to you, love and luck to you for next year, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.